flunkies, it's Alexa, and I'm continuing with the KonMari method. Today I will show you the inspiring result of decluttering my jewelry box. This is all the jewelry I've accumulated over my lifetime, finally decluttered to a degree that I cannot believe, but I really must say that everything in my jewelry box now does spark joy, and it's like my bookshelves now after KonMari. It's just a showcase of the most beautiful things that have brought me the most joy or have the most meaning to me, and everything else I'm going to give away or sell. So check it out. I think you're going to be inspired. So here's my jewelry box. Then here's the second drawer of it, and it doesn't actually open all the way. It's got a couple watches, some rocks, some earplugs, some foreign currency, Boy Scout things. I do not know why it won't come out, but I'm going to have to figure that out. And then here's a drawer that I have emptied. And here's what I've removed. One of the helpful things that Marie Kondo talked about when she was discussing komono, which was the miscellaneous items, was buttons, and she's so right. When have I ever sewn a button back on something? Almost never. And here's some beads. I just started sort of sorting things, so these are some beads that were in there. I think this was, oh, now we're going to go down memory lane. These are beads from when I had my hair done in cornrows. This ring I adore. Even, you know, it's this little cheap little ring with these tiny little roses on it, and I love it. The thing is that these roses have fallen off, so I'm actually going to repair that. I made these earrings. They're little worlds that I painted. And then the sun and the moon. So I wore these recently on a gig and got so many compliments. So let's get to it. See, here's my room, still quite clean thanks to Marie Kondo and the life-changing magic of tidying up. So let's go into the closet. I will do another video on how to make this necklace hanger. Okay, here's the closet, and there's my jewelry box. As you can see, the closet continues, gosh, 2 months later, to be a beautiful place, thanks to Marie Kondo. In my first video about Marie Kondo, I had described how I'd put the jewelry box in here because I realized that there was a lot of room in here. So I will get this jewelry box up. And also this box I had previously used for other items that I used regularly, like my wallet or things like that. But as I've been decluttering, I've eliminated that. So this now contains all the jewelry I'll show you that I'm going to now sell or give away. Here are the 2 jewelry boxes that I decluttered. And here is the finished result. So let's look inside. In the ring section, I got rid of a number of rings that do not spark joy anymore. I actually put this belt buckle, which is actually something that I gave to my husband, but I just love it. It's this giant lion head belt buckle. I put that in here because I just thought it looked pretty to be in there. I am keeping this snake earring because I kind of am hoping to find the match. Again, this is something I like to wear on gigs. It's so funny. I've inherited so much costume jewelry, and it's funny because how styles come back, because when I was a kid, you know, costume jewelry was really tacky, and actually costume jewelry now is quite coveted and valuable in some cases. These are some earrings that I actually, like many things, I'm not embarrassed to say it, I found these on the street and polished them up, and they are some of my favorites now. And these earrings all represent, again, things that I currently wear very consistently. And again, these rings, a lot of them have sentimental value, and this is, I polished it up. This is my wedding ring, so but I put it in there because it looked so pretty in there. This ring I inherited from my grandmother, and nothing I have is of great value. This is a beautiful ring from a Turkish market or Moroccan market, something like that. My grandmother was a journalist, and she got to go all over the world, and so she had bought this in a Middle Eastern market. Anyway, I love the story that goes with it, so I love that ring. This is a copper ring that I bought at a road stand shop in Arizona, and it actually doesn't stay this polished very often. But one thing that I also did is that I polished everything, so that's why everything is gleaming right now. This is something that my great-grandfather made. He was a jewelry maker. He was a railroad porter, and then he was a socialist, so he got blacklisted, and he couldn't work anymore. So he became he was a barbershop quartet singer, and he also made jewelry. So this is A on a Valentine, and that is something that is an heirloom that I would like to keep. This is this cocktail ring that I just love. $10. Love it. Another little inherited piece of jewelry. And then these are things from my grandmother as well, and I polished up the tops. And oh, here's the ring that I said was one of my favorites. And I repaired it, or at least tried to repair it. They're beautiful. It's roses. And everything looks better when it's polished. So let's go into the second drawer. Ta-da! And then here's the bottom drawer. And again, this has things that are sort of sentimental value. This is some more costume jewelry. It doesn't polish up very well, but I did try to polish it just now. That was another fun thing about this process, is that I polished so much. You know, and it goes back to valuing what you own, valuing what gives you joy, and it gives you more joy. And then here's my bracelet. I have not found the E6000 glue, so I have not glued it back. However, I did polish it. So there's that stone remaining. And then this is a necklace that I made many years ago. So this other box, which is a beautiful Mexican jewelry box, has also been decluttered. And frankly, everything that is remaining in here, I'm thinking I'm going to put elsewhere. Okay. Business cards. I found a little holder thingy to put them in. Never have business cards when I need them. This is a lock of my son's hair. Got to figure out a better place to put that. We have not gotten to sentimental items with the KonMari method. I'm almost afraid to get there, but that's the final step. Here's some jewelry makings. These are all the beads that I have decluttered from these two jewelry boxes. It's a change purse. This is a little jewelry purse. It's also empty. I put some earplugs in here, and this is a beautiful card that my husband wrote me. This top hat box contains a few of these miscellaneous similar items, and since jewelry findings are not things that I access with any frequency, it would make sense to put them in there, since I really don't ever go in that box. These boxes now, which I repainted, I found them on the street. I always wanted hat boxes, so I painted them silver. So now let's look at what we decluttered. So here are some earrings that my sister-in-law in Mexico gave me, and I need to give them away. A lot of bead bracelets, some beads that I just, you know, I've had them forever, and you know how it is. It's craft supplies is always a minefield for decluttering, because you always keep them just in case. But these are very nice beads, but I have not used them, so I'm probably going to give them away. Buttons. So now there's some jewelry that I would like to try to sell, and so this is kind of mixed up. There's earrings. My husband has a penchant for buying bracelets and then not wearing them, so probably going to try to sell these. A few necklaces that I decluttered. This is a beautiful thing, and I feel like this could be possibly valuable in some way. It's a giant, very bulky silver bracelet that belonged to my grandmother or my mother, not sure who. Very stylish. I don't know how to sell things like this. I don't want to put it on Craigslist. I guess eBay would be the way, but I'm not sure I have the patience for that. This is a necklace that I really enjoyed wearing for a long time. This is a vintage shoe buckle, and so I noticed it's actually getting rusty, and that's not good. So there you have it. Everything in this box, amazingly, has been decluttered from these two jewelry cases. Isn't that beautiful? It really makes me feel happy. And again, you go back to, honestly, how much of this jewelry were we wearing, you know? Very little. I wear the same things most of the time, and then I buy giant costume pieces for performing. Well, so that's it. Everything that we've decluttered. Continuing with the KonMari method. I really enjoyed this process. I had an audiobook running the whole time while I was doing it. I didn't find it too painful emotionally. Of course, I haven't actually gotten rid of those things yet, so I hope this inspired you, and we're continuing on, moving forward. This was basically komono, the jewelry side of komono, which is miscellaneous items. All right, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe, please share, and let me know how it's going. And also, please, if you have suggestions for how I can maybe make some cash with this jewelry, I would love that, because certainly I've spent a lot of money on the jewelry, even though it doesn't have a lot of value, I know. But I would love your tips on how to make that money back. Perhaps I was thinking even selling the whole box as a bulk item on Craigslist. So let me know what you think. All right, thanks. Bye-bye. I'm bouncing because this is my bouncy ball.